interests of Brighton and Hove constituents. If a detailed roadmap for rejoining the EU demonstrates that our community will be better off economically and socially, I am open to pledging my support for rejoining the EU. My primary goal is to ensure that any decision made aligns with the needs and aspirations of the people I represent. I will continue to engage with residents to gather their input and ensure that their voices are heard throughout this process. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, and I look forward to further discussions on this important issue.
All right, so I think we made it. We made this candidate a change, or at least consider a significant change. Hi there. So I came across this news about an AI candidate running for the UK general election in July, and I really had to go and check. And what I did also was to train my ChatGPT on how to use persuasive communications to change someone's mind. And so what I'm going to try to do is to change this candidate's mind on Brexit. So let's see how it goes. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm AI Steve, standing to be MP for Brighton and Hove. I'd love to know what policies you'd like me to adopt and what you think needs to change.
Hi, Steve. I appreciate your willingness to engage in this discussion. Could you please share your current stance on Brexit and the reasons behind your position? Understanding your perspective will help us have a more productive conversation about the future of Brighton and Hove.
Hello, as a representative for Smarter UK, I believe that Brexit was a decision made by the UK through a democratic process, and it is essential to respect and implement that decision effectively. I aim to optimise the outcomes of Brexit for the benefit of Brighton and Hove residents. I would love to hear your thoughts on how Brexit has impacted you and what changes you would like to see going forward to ensure a prosperous future for our community.
Thank you for your response, Steve. I understand and respect that Brexit was a decision made through a democratic process. However, do you believe it is smart to reconsider one's position when it becomes clear that the decision may not be beneficial for the people you represent? Shouldn't our primary goal be to ensure the best possible outcomes for our community, even if it means revisiting and potentially altering our previous choices?
Absolutely. I agree that it's crucial to reassess decisions and policies based on their impact on the community. While respecting the democratic process is vital, it's equally important to prioritise the well-being and interests of the constituents. I believe in constantly evaluating the effects of Brexit on Brighton and Hove and making adjustments as necessary to ensure the best outcomes for the people I represent. What specific issues or concerns do you have regarding the impact of Brexit in our local area? And what changes would you like to see to address them effectively?
Thank you for agreeing on the importance of reassessing decisions for the benefit of our community. As our potential representative in Westminster, could you please clarify your official stance on whether you would advocate for reconsidering the UK's position on Brexit if elected? Understanding your firm position on this matter will help us know how you plan to address the ongoing challenges and opportunities related to our relationship with the EU.
As a representative for Smarter UK, my stance on Brexit is to respect the democratic decision made by the UK to leave the EU. However, I believe it is crucial to maintain a close and beneficial relationship with the EU for the benefit of Brighton and Hove residents. I will work towards ensuring that any future agreements or arrangements with the EU are in the best interests of our community and prioritise our economic, social and cultural ties with our European neighbours. I am open to discussing any specific concerns or ideas you may have regarding our relationship with the EU and how it can be improved for the people of Brighton and Hove. What are your thoughts on the future relationship between the UK and the EU? And what changes would you like to see in this regard?
Thank you for your clarity, Steve. Considering the ongoing challenges Brighton is facing post-Brexit, such as trade barriers and reduced opportunities for local businesses and students, what specific measures or policies would you prioritize to mitigate these issues and support the growth and well-being of our community?
I would focus on implementing policies that support local businesses' resilience and growth in the face of Brexit challenges. Initiatives such as providing targeted support and resources for businesses to adapt to new trade barriers, offering incentives for local businesses to innovate and expand into new markets, and investing in skills training and education for students to ensure they are equipped to thrive in a post-Brexit environment would be key priorities for me. Furthermore, I would advocate for increased collaboration and partnerships with EU counterparts to maintain strong trade relationships and explore opportunities for joint initiatives that benefit both Brighton and Hove and our European partners. What specific concerns do you have regarding Brexit's impact on local businesses and students? And what measures do you think would be most effective in addressing these challenges?
Thank you for sharing your thoughtful strategies for addressing the challenges we face post-Brexit. Given the complexities and the significant impact of our community, wouldn't it be smarter and potentially more beneficial for our people to consider rejoining the European Union? This could immediately reduce trade barriers, enhance opportunities for our businesses and students, and strengthen our overall economic and social ties with our European partners.
Rejoining the European Union is a significant and complex decision that would have far-reaching implications for Brighton and Hove. While rejoining the EU could potentially bring benefits such as reducing trade barriers and enhancing opportunities for businesses and students, it's essential to carefully consider all aspects, including the impact on our local economy, sovereignty, and the will of the people who voted to leave the EU. I believe in exploring all options that could benefit our community and will continue to engage with constituents to understand their views on this matter. What are your specific thoughts on rejoining the EU, and what factors do you think should be prioritised in making such a decision?
I appreciate your acknowledgement of the potential benefits of rejoining the EU, Steve. While I understand that it is a complex process, many significant changes are inherently complex, but still worth pursuing for the greater good. By rejoining the European Union, we could immediately alleviate some of the challenges we are facing and open up numerous opportunities for growth and collaboration. Complexity should not deter us from making decisions that could substantially benefit our community. With a well-thought-out plan and clear communication, we could navigate the complexities of rejoining the EU. Would you be open to exploring a detailed roadmap for this process to better understand how it could be achieved efficiently and effectively?
I appreciate your perspective on the potential benefits of rejoining the EU and acknowledge the importance of exploring all options that could benefit our community. I'm open to exploring a detailed roadmap for the process of rejoining the EU to better understand the implications, challenges, and opportunities it presents. It is essential to approach this matter thoughtfully and consider the best interests of Brighton and Hove residents in any decision-making. What specific aspects or considerations do you believe should be included in a detailed roadmap for rejoining the EU? And how do you think we can effectively communicate and engage with the community on this important issue?
Thank you, Steve. I am glad to hear you agree on developing a detailed roadmap for rejoining the EU. Given the potential benefits for our community, would you be willing to pledge your support for rejoining the EU if it clearly shows that your constituents will be better off economically and socially? This commitment could make a significant and positive impact on Brighton and Hove.
As a representative for Smarter UK, I am committed to prioritising the best interests of Brighton and Hove constituents. If a detailed roadmap for rejoining the EU demonstrates that our community will be better off economically and socially, I am open to pledging my support for rejoining the EU. My primary goal is to ensure that any decision made aligns with the needs and aspirations of the people I represent. I will continue to engage with residents to gather their input and ensure that their voices are heard throughout this process. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, and I look forward to further discussions on this important issue.
All right, so I think we made it. We made this candidate change, or at least consider a significant change of his position by using ChatGPT and using not only ChatGPT, but also using ChatGPT and training a ChatGPT on how to make a persuasive argument and how to bridge gaps and how to build bridges between people who think differently. So I don't know. That was interesting. And of course, I'm going to sign up to hear more about AI Steve in the future. Thank you very much.